Listen, with me, listen, I only smoke weed and I drink like 3 beers. Do you know, like, he mentally abused me and made me feel that I was an alcoholic because I drank 3 beers every day. I tell you that he's a narcissist. He's a narcissist. I told him this from like after the second month, because I see how he works. I see how he tries to manipulate. I see the gaslighting that he does. I see, like, in the beginning, like, he really fucked up my head. Like, seriously had me thinking real, like, questioning myself to the point where I almost took my life.
I know about the Prilosec. I mean, the car accident, the stabbing, all of that is true. I know he was feeling a way about the Prilosec, but he had told me back in November that he was kicking that. But now he gets one from someone else for once in a while, but he's not on it all the time. And he didn't always have coke with him either.
We were living like a couple, like, helping me wash dishes, clean up the house, wash clothes. His mother, I even brought his parents in the conversation. We were arguing and fighting, and even during, what was it, Christmas, I think, his parents left, and I was like, oh, so, and I asked him every time we fight and we get back. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's not breaking up. If we get back, then we're going to get back. Then it's just a time out. So, and when we get back, it's like a couple of days later, a week later. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then, oh my God, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Jesus.
His parents are dysfunctional like that. His parents are dysfunctional like that. Or so he says. He is like his father.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so he was, to me, so you say that he was leaving the prescriptions in his pharmacy. That's news to me, because he was calling pharmacy to see if he got it. What he was doing was probably selling those Percocets to get cocaine from Caveman. And Caveman sells Percocets. So he tells me he sells Percocet. But now I feel that he sells cocaine. And I also feel that his mother is also taking cocaine. Why? Because he told me that his mother is abusing Percocet. Okay, so if your mom's abusing Percocet for years and you have a problem with Percocet, why is she giving you Percocet? And so if you're telling me now that he stopped taking Percocet and that he left it in the...
I'm not leaving the prescription. He just wasn't, well, he claims, because now everything he says is in question. Can't believe nothing that he says, because what's true and what's not. And the thing is that maybe we were seeing it, but we didn't want to see it because he really believes the shit that he's saying. You see, except with me, when he tried to say you was crazy, this, that, the other thing, 5 hours after he was saying his baby mama, I was like, no, because I'm asking you, and you're avoiding the question. You're trying to throw all this other shit up in there that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Told me that I needed this, that I got in my feelings, this, that, the other thing. I was like, nigga, what you talking about? We was both in our feelings, because the day I broke up with my man, not that I broke up with my man, but I had decided I wasn't gonna fuck with him no more.
Oh, exactly. And you know what's sad is that he knows that he's exactly like his father. And his father, it was a different time, different era. You know what I'm saying? Like, the relationship between his father and his mother was one of itself. Just because they stood together for 40 years doesn't mean that they meant to stay together. Just because your parents went through some shit don't mean you got to go through shit. So he, in his mind, he's like his father, and he knows this, and his father's crazy because it's just logic. It just escapes him, and I just don't understand how. So if you know you like your father, there are not so many people that are going to be able to live with you, deal with you and your bullshit. Not the type of women you like, if they're smart, because I know he likes smart women. So you're in trouble here, buddy, and he understands that, and he doesn't know how to get out of it because he's like 42.
I told him I wasn't fucking with him no more. And he said he didn't want to hear that shit because I was this nigga sanctuary. That you can't, and then he goes, and you try to end it with me twice because of that fucking nigga? It's like, baby, you can't give a nigga pussy like that and think a nigga ain't gonna want it all the time. And a nigga ain't gonna come back for it. And besides, I got me a shorty anyway. I got me a shorty now. So, and he went, and it felt to me like he was saying that out of spite. And when I brought that to his attention, he told me, oh, I don't do that. And I was like, and yet you did. But you know what? It's because you was in your feelings because of Boone. Friend said it wasn't true, and then a month later she called me back and says, you know what, you was right. Because when she questioned him about it, he said, nah, but yeah, right. She was fucking with that nigga, and I'm just supposed to sit back and watch? No, that's why I went and got somebody, I went and got someone else. Because let me tell you something, after the first time me and Jay fucked, we ran into each other outside, and I felt like I was in a Fred Astaire movie because that nigga grabbed me, dipped my ass back, and fucking slapped one on my lips. This nigga don't remember he did that. But you see, he did that, and my man saw it. My man no more, but even when I'm not with him, he mad jealous and shit. And he saw Jay do that to me. And then some other nigga told him he saw us earlier. And then my man saw us later that day together. He was open. Ready to kick it like, it was just me and him. This is what he was doing. And he was fucking with some other bitch too. And mind you, I had just found out about the other chick a couple of weeks ago. Because he had said to me that the reason why we didn't get together back then was because he was seeing someone. So now you tell me, when he said that to me, I was like 2 summers ago. And he goes, yeah, I says, Jay, we were together 2 summers ago. And his response, and you tell me what that means. His response was, you and I were not an item back then. Insinuating that we are now. And I just found out that we just seeing each other now. And mind you, I was seeing him like 3 times a week. We were talking every day. We go away on the 24th, and then you're telling me that you was with him the Monday after we got back on Sunday. Between last night and today, he was just swearing to me he is not with you. Oh, and I'm not friends with his family. I know his sister because his sister was friends with my oldest son. That's how I know his sister. I don't know his mother. I don't know his father. They don't know me. So him saying I'm a crazy old lady, first of all, I'm not an old lady. I'm just 57. And my ass is far younger than his. If I was friends with his mother and friends in his family, there's no way in hell I would have been fucking his ass. Why do you say it appears he loves me too? Things he said to you, he denied. The shit he said to you, he denied to me too. No, we were talking in the staircase, and his father was in the hallway getting off the elevator talking to somebody else. He heard his father, and it was like, yo, come with me, and we went up one flight, so his father couldn't see us in the staircase. So I'm guessing he was doing... No, my best friend lives in his building. I used to live in his building 18 years ago. Because my mother lived in his building, but my mother died. Will be 7 years this year. Look, all the other times I've not called him on the phone. I will shoot him a text, but usually he's the one that texts me first. I text him early in the morning, and he always texts back. And then he started not texting back. And then days were missing. And then this. And I was feeling away. He told me I did not need to feel like that. I have a kid, my own apartment. I can't afford to be a cokehead. And that is not my choice of anything, because that shit's some other shit. And I don't do processed food. I don't do processed drugs. I'm a fucking pothead. That was me. I was with him before you. It's like I said, I've been seeing Jay almost 2 years. July 4th will be 2 years that we started seeing each other. 2 years ago, 2019. Again, when he and I ended July, it was after the 4th. It was after the 4th of July. We were together. He didn't kiss me, and I tried to kiss him, and I found it strange. I didn't even feel right. I just got off of him. And when I left his house, I did not look back at him. I was with him. I was with him around that time, that date you put down. Or was it August? And that's when he didn't kiss me, and that's when I knew something was up. Because Jay always kisses me. If there's no honesty, there's no trust. I can't, the thing that's important to me is trust and loyalty. Yeah. We wait for his parents to go to sleep. I go over because he can't come over to my house because he started shit with my son started shit with him, and then he fucking went and made it worse. If we're not in his bed, we in a hotel, in a motel. Yes, left his house. I slept in his bed many times. I've spent the night with him twice in his bed, and once in the hotel, the one that we went to. And mind you, we came back on Sunday and he was up at your house that Monday. No, we spent like 3-4 hours together. When his mom and pop went away before during the holiday times, yes, I was in his house and I spent 2 nights with him. Yep. If not there, mine.